back as a little lad, tears on my pillow had me working the block hard as a Brillo pad, researching the block high off a nickelback. Searched my room, found my chrome mini mag. Now we own one and won't give my pistol back. Guess he didn't figure I'm with the 18. Mama said I'm 18, so I gotta shake scene. So I move on my daydreams like the 18. More money, more money, more murder, more murder, more. Not funny, no. Gotta have beat, this world is so cold. Mr. T with THC all through my respiratory, vest mandatory, self-explanatory, the black MacGyver, wolf, pack messiah.
Hello everybody, welcome to Monday AWF. My name is Agent A, beside me the intellectual Agent K. We are here and live, ready to bring it a Renegade Championship Steel Cage match in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Agent K, this city is riding a mile high after dethroning the Los Angeles Lakers. Now I'm trying to move on to bigger and better things, and now, well, they get to have a little Showtime with a hell of a lot of violence tonight. And I know you're ready for this one because this young man pays for the consequences of his actions. A couple of weeks ago, he tried to disqualified himself in a Renegade title match with Mo Game to save face. He not want to fall to the J Driller. And, well, simply so, you cannot run for long in the AWF.
You know, I was a wee little lad when Tully Blanchard faced Magnum TA in a steel cage I Quit match. And I remember watching that match and cheering for Tully Blanchard. This is not the same affair. That match ended when Magnum TA threatened to impale Mr. Blanchard in front of 16,000 people in the Omni. Right now, it's a similar situation, but I hope Mo Game threatens to impale A.G Jones and actually goes through with it.
Well, you know, he would have Icehouse Jones to respond if that would ever happen, and I think Mo Game versus Icehouse Jones is a way more honorable match than this one is going to be. So, if that's what it takes to get there, why not? But I don't think, that's neither here nor there. Here comes the champion, A.G Jones. He, in the same night of getting disqualified that night, won the Actions Hardcore Championship in a brawl, diving off of a smackdown fist on top of the pebble to win the championship. That sentence in itself bashed a damn tombstone over a woman that died. Do you know how sickening that young man is in the head? That there's mind games going on. But here's the thing, K. There's the thing. Stealing from Mr. Christian Cage, I hope that those mind games are applied in this steel. He's used to this. He debuted in hell in a cell. What better environment? I mean, a steel cage is basically, it's like the hell in a cell to make. Some people could give or take how they feel about it, but maybe exactly so. Everything I'm saying for AG, it can thrive for him. Mo Game, this is as well. Maybe he has some implore. We don't usually see him in these no DQ or hardcore elements.
It seemed to have slipped my mind that match actually happened in the Greensboro Coliseum. But one thing I hope does not slip Mo Game's mind is how A.G. Jones made him look and feel like a fool a couple of weeks ago. And for A.G. Jones, there really is nowhere to run. This kid is going to show us that the gusto, the loins that you've been talking about all this time, Agent A. This is finally his chance to show it. I hope he doesn't fall short.
Well, I'm as intrigued as you are, Kay, because if he doesn't show that warrior spirit,
you're gonna get eaten alive. What's gonna happen?
Again, Intercontinental Champion. That's a belt Mo Game hasn't held. Action Hardcore Championship. That's a belt I don't think Mo Game's ever gonna hold. Quite frankly, maybe he will. He'll prove us wrong. Maybe a Grand Slam champ one day, but. Yeah, that guy, nothing screams hardcore about that guy. That's Mr.
There's a difference between Game and A.G. Jones, as the referee is showing us what this match is all about is the fact that he has held that championship and defended it more than A.G Jones has both those titles combined. That is a true champion. That is a man who has etched his name into the history books.
Here we go. Oh, well, look at that
A.G
spear.
Jones
He
wrote
charges
instant
right.
highlight marker.
He's not running away. He is bull charging and trying to take control with these kicks. Hooks the leg.
He's got no choice. He's got no choice.
You know, he is the
now
son
the referee
of Ice
is
House.
only there to open the door, folks. Anything that happens between these two gentlemen in the middle of this ring is up to their discretion.
Down. Scoop. Oh, and here comes the kicks from A.G Jones. Sweeps it down. Let's not forget, you know, the folks that he has beaten to get these championships again. That Actions Hardcore Championship Brawl is how he got the Actions Hardcore Championship against Goulash and 7 other competitors. And the Intercontinental Championship won off of Silver Viper on SmackDown. Oh, here comes with the shots. Low section.
You know, Agent A, you keep bringing up that hardcore brawl as if these people listening at home are supposed to believe that A.G Jones is somehow violent, is somehow hardcore, somehow a tough guy.
Well, he walked out the champion that night, did he not? He was more hardcore. Oh no. A.G Jones escapes the brainbuster. He was in near hell, and Mo Game. Oh, and doesn't care about AG's attempted kick. Right against the cage, and against a German suplex for his troubles. High knee. Mo Game and A.G Jones equally taking a fight to each other, but right now the champion is having his way. He is getting his game set, no pun intended, and a forearm. Hooks the leg. You don't want to trade forearms in Mo Game. That's the last thing you want to do. Here, Game sends him again off the cage.
Look at A.G Jones. I have never seen a competitor more scared of this structure than A.G Jones at this moment. He is absolutely terrified. He's got cage phobia.
Well, maybe sooner or later we'll see him trying to climb out. A forearm right there. Mo Game says, "You're not done, young man." He continues. These sledgehammers that he calls uppercuts right across his face.
Oh, there we go.
He is warming up for the J Driller. But A.G Jones finding life. No way. Mo Game escapes. And continues. Look at
no nonsense right hands and chops from a no nonsense individual. Look at that. Shot to the kidney. You talk about old school. That's old school right there. The ropes.
Mo Game.
Teaching the kid a lesson.
He's getting hoisted up. Aim for a dominant.
Now
that's just not nice.
Minnesota. And it's same difference. People here, people watching at home, if you are watching this and you somehow feel some sort of sympathy for A.G Jones, then first I have to ask, what the hell is wrong with you and your black hearts? That's number one. And number two, just remember what A.G Jones did to Mo Game prior to this.
A steel chair to the head. No one's gonna ever forget that one. And Mo Game is still. Oh, here we go. A.G. finally has something. No, wow! Drop kick. Back up to his feet.
Steel cage turning into a ballroom for a second there. Beautiful, dazzling display of athleticism by Mo Game. Look at that.
And against the turnbuckle.
The nose. This is a gritty affair.
Wait a second. Oh! Wrecking him right into the cage. That was a violent no-give thud to A.G Jones' skull.
And somehow this run deserved every single bit of it.
He's still on the top. Mo Game. A.G Jones. Game dodges the kick. Stacks him up for a powerbomb. And A.G right into a torture rack. Mo Game with Disrespect! Only he can muster up!
Rack him up. Oh, he took him off.
He dropped him.
He wants to end this the way that he's ended so many of his matches with his patented maneuver. Look at this.
A.G Driller. Oh, and he's going for another one.
And A.G Jones is stupid enough to try to get back on his feet. Mo Game says I have to sit you down the hard way yet again. Look at this.
A second J Driller to the skull of the young man. Hooks the leg. The people are chanting one more time. Game stops his cover. No.
There's a reason. There's a reason why the Tennessee Athletic Commission banned the pile driver way back in the day. It's because of guys like Mo Game.
You do it with a pride of attempting to murder you. And a snap suplex. Game. Cattle mutilation. Oh my goodness. And Game has Jones dead center of the ring.
Fantastic hold, and look at that.
A zoom in on the tap out is apropos. A.G Jones falling to the champion. Mo Game with another Renegade Championship defense.
Come from the second coming of the Hart family. You got guys like Silver Viper, you got guys like Icehouse Jones, and what do you do on a grand stage? What do you do with a championship on the line, the cornerstone of this company on the line? You submit. If that does not show this young man's character, folks, then you must be blind.
Well, A.G Jones, sometimes it's okay to admit there are other things in life you can do. We have more Monday AWF up. He's a hell of a professional wrestler. Let's not get that straight, but
I don't know who you ask.
That is, hey, look. He can go places, but does he want to? He can go anywhere he wants. More. And welcome back to Monday AWF, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next is #1 contendership for the Women's Tag Championships. Tipville, USA versus Blue Ivy and Oleona here in Minneapolis.
Man, it seems like these two opposing sides can't really stop trying to pull the teeth out of each other's skull. I mean, Tipville, USA, who is, I wouldn't say is necessarily in shambles. The valuable people know who they are, and I hope Tiptastic also knows who they are. But nevertheless, they are coming out here to go one step closer, to get one step closer to championship gold. Now, Ash, Chocolate, is not Hollywood you're seeing next to Ash, because she's got new things on her plate, specifically one that weighs 10 pounds and is very, very shiny gold. What Tipville is trying to do is they're trying to bounce back. They're trying to rope back around, and I love the strategy because other guys in the locker room, other women in the locker room, would just sit on their hands and say, "Whoa, I tried," but that isn't Tipville USA whatsoever, and that's why they've been so successful.
And here now, well, Blue Ivy and Oleona get to get their hands on Ash one more time. Well, Chocolate, well, she gets to get more experience in the ring and try and, get some order back in the Ville. Here, Blue Ivy, along with, again, former women's champion Oleona, trying to add some title belt gold, trying to get back into the end of days scene somehow, trying to get back into the good graces of her own self somehow.
And Blue Ivy is an experienced tag team wrestler, having won the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships over there in Total Nonstop Action. But this isn't Total Nonstop Action. This is the AWF, and the women's tag team division is the strongest I've ever seen up until this point. And all you have to do is just look across the ring and look at Ash, former Chaos Women's Champion, Chocolate, the bride of the very intelligent, very smart, very athletic.
Twist of fate, here we go! And now, Blue Ivy splits it up. Here comes Blue Ivy with a mean right hand. She goes on the attack to Ash, and she is not letting up. One of the only You know, few other mother-daughter duos in a wrestling ring here now. And mean headbutt. Down goes Ash. Oleona. While Blue Ivy is way more of a brawler, especially in her time now. Oleona, who I describe as a prodigy, can do quite frankly everything in that professional wrestling ring. You name it, and you know, here she comes with a twist of fate of her own.
That's all well and good. I just see Oleona.
1, 2.
Go for a cover here. That's all well and good, but sentiment doesn't win you championship opportunities. And I'm sure if Tipville USA has it their way tonight, let's just say that Oleona and Blue Ivy won't be the first parent-child duo to fall right here in Minneapolis.
You know, down goes Chocolate. Here comes Ash getting ready to get arm dragged by Oleona, but she gets disrupted. Big leg drop. Pokes the leg down. Cover, and 1, 2. No.
And Ash, with her uber athleticism, really makes her a dynamic competitor. You know, she always adds things to her game, which I can appreciate.
RKO! Hooks it. Not happening. Rolling. Oh! Not even a legal competitor.
Tag team matching spiraling out of control here. It shows the value of those women's tag team championships.
Oleona!
Look at that.
What a way to get out of the way. It's a mean elbow right to the face. Here. Now in the corner. Oh.
Well, as a stacked in the corner, usually you don't want to be in the corner by yourself, but I guess he's there with her. Oh.
And here, right hand. Enziguri. Right hand, another one misses. Oleona.
This is absolute mayhem. And Oleona throwing caution to the wind. I'm not sure how she's shaking off that one. And Blue Ivy is going over there trying to get an advantage here in this women's tag team contendership match. Look at this. Old school. Oh my gosh. A power jabber on one end, a crossbody on the other.
Old school meet new school. Here comes in RKO. Ash down. 1, 2. Good night.
And Oleona has those women's tag team championships in her sights. Now, you know, I don't know if this is intentional or not, Agent A, but this chaotic, this strategy full of mayhem and havoc is what won the current women's tag team championships, their titles in the first place.
Well, Oleona and Ash, they get to meet Kira Silva and Winky. Think about that, double champion Kira Silva. And, well, we have up next, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday, AWF, a grudge match of grudge matches. CM Loaf wants AJ Aeros to put up or shut up after weeks of besmirching CM Loaf in several ways. AJ Aeros will step into a ring one-on-one with him right here and right now, Agent K.
This should be highly touted. I mean, it is highly touted. You've got CM Loaf, who has gone under this disturbing transformation, in my opinion. I mean, he was really one of the only stand-up guys in that locker room, but it seems that even the People's Champ has cracked under pressure. And AJ Aeros is there to take a dead horse, so to speak.
And AJ Aeros walks out to this Minneapolis crowd with a confident stride, because AJ Aeros feels like everything he says about CM Loaf is true. He feels like CM Loaf is everything wrong with professional wrestling, that CM Loaf represents an era of professional wrestling that is long and dead. And if you know, you know. It's all I can say. We cannot get into it here, but AJ Aeros is one of many people who want to quote-unquote save this company from the deathly grasp of CM Loaf and others alike.
I will never ever besmirch CM Loaf for how he treats the people, because let's be honest, these guys are a bunch of sweat hogs. I mean, I see some people in the crowd that need 2 seats, but nevertheless, what my problem is that he has let evil people make him evil. CM Loaf needs to rise above all of this. He is the people's champ. He is the symbol. Oh my gosh. How about you just take my words and throw them back in my face, champ? What is all this?
I don't have a word. I don't. I sincerely don't, and I am. This is disgusting. This is something. I am witnessing history. That is the AWF World Champion, hand in hand with Kira Silva, a now double champion who has her tag title around her waist at the moment. And what is going on? Look at what the hell is this? What is that? What was that? What is the? You find anyone to be this cordial with, and it's her of all people? You might as well shoot yourself.
This is like a D1 quarterback athlete laying in bed with a community college arts major.
What words from our Agent K, but he painted it like I couldn't, because I'm still speechless. AJ Aeros has a hell of a challenge to face. Look how the smudgely bastard this guy looks. Who does he think he is?
He thinks he's Ric Flair is who he thinks he is. He thinks he's a nature boy. He thinks he's Gorgeous George or Paul Orndorff or one of those beach blonde guys who could actually back up what
AJ Aeros. Aeros now. Aeros grabbing a steel chair, arming up.
And what is Aeros doing? This is how
he's yelling at Loaf to leave him alone. But the champion will not leave him alone. CM Loaf.
Leave him alone. This is a match, kid.
And well, I guess AJ doesn't want to partake in the match anymore. Maybe he just wants Loaf to get the win. Here,
CM Loaf said to put up or shut up, and the time is now. But ladies and gentlemen, nothing can happen.
But wait a minute. Put up or shut up. Champ power bombs on the concrete while the referee is counting. The people chant, "This is awesome!" Aeros into the ring. Newton.
Barbarian.
10. The implications.
With a win, an asterisk win. As much as I don't like CM Loaf, if you want to beat the guy, if you want to prove yourself to him, you have to pin him on the mat.
Well, damn it! To hell with all of that. I mean, look, Aeros doesn't like Silva or Loaf. As far as he's concerned, this was hell on earth for him on both sides. And he can get the hell out of this night with a win in the history books while these two feel any way about it. We have more Monday AWF up next. AJ Aeros just beat the People's Champ a couple of weeks before end of days. Put up or shut up. I am intrigued as to what the man does next. More Monday up next. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Monday AWF. We just saw the upset of the century. We might have just saw the yearly CM Loaf upset on Monday AWF. And, well, we got more going on right now. It's Showtime versus Tiptastic. Old stablemates going at it. Tipville, USA. Well, let's just say, I don't believe, Showtime wasn't even, Show and Showtime weren't even with Tipville, USA long enough for Tiptastic to be this offended. However, they have still known each other mutually so for a long time. Tiptastic feels as if though Showtime should have did more during his tenure in Tipville, USA. And, I think that's crazy given the fact Showtime put that briefcase he's holding on the line for Tiptastic at some point. And, again, I believe in my heart and soul, Tiptastic is delusional these days. I don't recognize the quote-unquote president.
Delusional. If anyone's delusional, honestly, it's you, Agent A. Because let's go back to that AJ Aeros thing. Upset. He led CM Loaf astray, powerbombed him onto concrete, rolled back into the ring, and it was a 10 count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
And how many of
10.
those seconds
Ding,
were
ding,
spent?
ding. AJ
How many of those
Aeros
seconds
wins.
did
That's what it says in the
Aeros
history
spend
books.
running up the ramp?
You know, look, you don't have to like how he did it, but in the history books, yeah, I don't think anyone in this building expected AJ Aeros to win. Tiptastic and Showtime. Now these two, ladies and gentlemen, these two fought when the company was infant, when the company was just getting started, and these two's careers have taken different paths. Tiptastic, a two-time world champion of his own right. Showtime holding that Money in the Bank briefcase. A lot of people calling him, a disappointment of a Mr. Money in the Bank, given that, by now, by the last time Mr. Money in the Bank winner, it was Kenneth Kilgore. He would have cashed in by now and had the world championship. People have expected Showtime to capitalize, and he just hasn't, K. And to them, I say, go on.
Who was the world heavyweight champion at the time Showtime had the Money in the Bank? If anything, I think Kenneth Kilgore is a sitting duck right now. Tiptastic, he has this aura of intimidation about him. You don't want to be the one to double cross him because, trust me, the president is a man who never forgets, which is why this match is happening right now.
Tiptastic is getting ready to get warmed up and set up before end of days. He is set to face Vincenzo in an ambulance match. And that is a match long time coming, so to say. Many can say. Oh, went for a big chop for it, and here, Tiptastic with a hell of a boot to start this night off. Here he comes. Phoenix Splash, it missed off the ropes. Showtime, Mr. Money in the Bank. It's time for him to, one of those chances for him to prove himself. He's not had the best 2025.
You talk about the fact that Showtime didn't spend a lot of time in Tipville, USA, obviously before its self-combustion. But as far as I'm concerned, he didn't really pull his weight either. And I think that's what this entire thing is about. Tiptastic is upset that he led these guys to the promised land. He led a bunch of horses to a pond to drink water, and then they spit it back in his face.
Look
at that.
Wow!
Look at Tiptastic.
Tiptastic, big body in Showtime. He's offended by it. He's very offended. He's picking him back up and swinging those mean right hands. We got
Those muscles are full of air.
Kay mentioned old South fights, South slobber knockers, and now, that's a rope break. Rope break. His damn foot is under the ropes. A kick out. But these two, both from different realms of the South regions.
Yeah, I didn't know you had the black and white stripes tonight.
Well, listen now. I still call it right down the middle, something you forget to do in your old age. And here now, Vincenzo. Oh my. Tiptastic. Showtime. Down he goes. Big right hand. Uppercut. Big uppercut. Oh my goodness. Showtime with a power bomb off the ropes. Devastating. And
Showtime using his muscle.
I believe he should have got the Air Force One's theme song, not A.G Jones, because he's actually fighting in his Air Force Ones. And Tiptastic probably trying to take those damn shoes off and throw them in the crowd. He had it his way. Right. Uppercuts. And oh no.
Look at this.
And Showtime
laid the dead man.
That is exactly as so. The Undertaker tapped out to this move way back when at Survivor Series, and now Tiptastic somehow Showtime escapes Hell's clutches, and he's able to go on. Here comes his own submission maneuver.
It's a gory special, and Tiptastic obviously familiar with that hold because he is one of the best in the world. Arm drags out of it.
Out of there. Tiptastic No matter what you want to say, no matter how much hours he spends on the road, in his plays, in his stagecraft, movies, and so on, K. He shows up to this professional wrestling ring and still shows out, but Showtime is trying to one-up him tonight. He might be doing just that. 2!
You know, funnily enough, that's something that you try to discredit him for.
You know, I absolutely still do, because he was part-timing or trying to lead an entire group and then blaming them when they had a lack of direction. He's an actor. He knows what it's like and how important that's a sting down and a DDT. Nothing. Tiptastic being an actor knows exactly what it's like to have what it matters to have good direction. And he didn't give that to Tipville USA. He can act like he did, but he didn't.
I didn't know they were a bunch of brainless children. I thought those were grown men and women.
No, for the love of God. Here, Showtime. Up now, Showtime. Oh, what is this? That's not a pet. No, that's held too high. A butterfly suplex.
Spine-shattering impact from Mr. Money in the Bank.
And out of the ring.
And Tiptastic's got to be careful now. Showtime is really moving with some momentum here. Big elbow drop.
He continues on like a wave. But here's Tiptastic. Tiptastic, we know all it takes is just a little bit. Tiptastic. Oh! Just a little bit. Showtime thought he had him. He reversed it into a kick. Back into the ring. Went for something, and Tiptastic, he's on the roll now. Oh! Down in the head.
Right to the back of the neck.
And a drop kick off target from Showtime. You know what? Dragged down. And he's back up high. Showtime. Big elbow drop. That's how you hit one, AJ Aeros. Here now. Tiptastic into another Scorpion Sting. DDT for the win. The chance of one more time. Showtime ignoring them. He maybe should have listened, because Tiptastic kicks right on out, K.
Well, he knows that if he would have got Tiptastic up for another one, it would have been his doom. At least now he's in control of the president.
Here now, Tiptastic. Yeah, tight lockup from these two. Tiptastic, wrap around, choke slam, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Even Tiptastic is irate. I would be too. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, not this 250-pound lunk of idiocy.
Lays belt to ass. Been a while since I heard that. Here comes. Oh my. 1, 2. Then he feels it's a job well done.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Now a standoff.
Now?
Tiptastic still standing tall. Tiptastic. You know he's seeing red. But Vincenzo is out of sight. He has to focus on Showtime. Tiptastic.
Look at this.
In the middle of that ring. Is he going to submit? No.
And an inverted figure four leg lock of sorts. And Tiptastic, look at that. The resiliency. That's one thing you can never dispute. Resiliency of Tiptastic. Bar none here in the Access Wrestling Federation.
And here now, Showtime right hand. Tiptastic. In for it. Oh! Down! In control. And despite the resiliency, how much more does he have left in him? And can he focus?
I bet he's got days left.
Hey, I know, I'm sure his stamina, he can go for ages. But mentally, down. Showtime hooks the leg for the win. 1, 2. No. He feels it's not enough.
Oh, look at it.
He feels it's not enough.
He's some sort of gladiator or something. He's getting cocky now.
Tiptastic, be careful what you wish for. Signed, Showtime. Scorpion Sting, DDT. turning into a quiet night. Tiptastic losing.
So we're just gonna ignore what just happened.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna ignore it. Just like I'm not gonna ignore Aeros' win against CM Loaf. Say what you want about it. It happened. Vincenzo absolutely helped out in Showtime's victory tonight, but he had to finish it. Tiptastic is the one who kicked out. He kept going on. Showtime capitalized, and this is a capitalist environment.
Help out? It'd be like if LeBron James were going for the game-winning dunk, and a fan who had no business being in the game came out of nowhere and shot him. That's the equivalent of what we just saw.
Aren't you being a little bit dramatic?
Dramatic.
Just a little bit.
Vincenzo is a grown man who still interferes in his former leader's matches, and you're calling me dramatic? He's gonna have his head ripped off.
Maybe because he faces that guy at end of days. Maybe that's a good thing to get in his head.
Face him at end of days.
Tighten up, homie. We got more right now. It's Monday AWF, the main event. Ruination, Sorcerer, Pepi, Speed, O'Neal, TJ, and Undisputed. How did we get here? Well, I'll tell you as we listen in for this special technique. And the days is heating up and opportunities are afoot. Ladies and gentlemen, Ruination, they beat AK-170 at Sunday Smoke Fest. It was TJ who beat and pinned both members of AK-170. Now, even though that did happen, the members of Ruination don't exactly like how willy-nilly, Undisputed feels about just giving TJ that World Championship match. They say no, they all feel equally entitled to that. And so Undisputed, being the diplomatic leader he is, he puts it above a ring. 6 members, 1 main event potentially. It's a world title on the line. And Sorcerer, think about that, could be a potential main eventer for end of days. And a damn near his rookie year. And for all of these guys, that'd be amazing.
As much as I despise they're doing, what I will say is that they certainly are diplomatic. And that is much more than I can say for AK-170 when they ran roughshod here in the Action Wrestling Federation. At least they care about one another.
That is a very fair and true point. And here is what some people have called even a lap. People don't take Pepi seriously. Not even in the slightest. He did have a quick loss to Trey Johnson a couple of weeks ago in AWF Ignition. And even so, even from his days with the Trailblazers and being just the fashionaire kind of fella, still trying to show his, he's his best fitted. I think people do doubt Pepi. He's still, he doesn't need to know years and years of wrestling history to know how to hit a guy with a nice suplex or two.
Well, the thing about Pepi and the rest of Ruination is it's not to change who you are, it's to embrace who you are. And Pepi's getting the chance to do that, something that he never got to do, being held down, in my opinion. But now,
the Trailblazers held him down. Very interesting.
Well, listen, as much as I love Arch and Jay, I don't think that he gave Pepi the respect that he deserved.
No,
He's not trying to justify his actions.
That was mostly a testify to Eve. Trying to make Arts and Pepi play workhorse while Jay was chilling in the back. And Cameron O'Neal, I don't know, Cameron O'Neal, he's loosening up too for this Ruination thing. Looking into the camera. No matter how you feel about him, a lot of people have mixed feelings about Cameron O'Neal. He definitely gets it by with these fans. He gets it by with the ladies, and that's all he can care about. And Ruination as well. They gave him opportunity in this company. He is, in the ABL, Actions Basketball League. He is a 2-time MVP. Was the only Rookie of the Year to win MVP. Unfortunately, he never won a championship. This right here in the AWF is a chance for Cameron O'Neal to win his first ever bit of gold, ever bit of glory in Actions Entertainment history. After 5 years nearly of being with us.
Well, I honestly think that it's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when, because Cameron O'Neal is too big and frankly too talented to have singles gold or any kind of gold escape him for this long. And if he has it his way, it's going to be in his clutches tonight.
But the people of the folks of Brew Nation are at a little bit of a disadvantage as two of them, CJ Speed, Undisputed and O'Neal having lost to CJ Speed in prior past, but that is the past, this is the now. CJ Speed, two-time Renegade champion, and K, you see it on his face, he's not happy. He is simply so not happy, and ever since TJ has joined Brew Nation, he hasn't been happy being back into the shadow of his older cousin.
Well, he can take it up with his older cousin. I'm sure Brew Nation has some sort of voting system or policy to where the young ones can rise up against their pressure, that sort of thing.
Well, this is that right here. All old, young, and such. And look at CJ Speed getting the people of Minneapolis, Minnesota behind him. He is not a stranger to this level of competition. He has even when he first came into the company, when he was still trying to get the right level of training from Mamba and TJ, he fought in hardcore matches with Tipville USA that he came out on top. And we saw this kid take to the skies off of ladders in his first few matches. So on his own, I can only imagine what the young man will do.
I don't want to imagine what the young man will do.
Here comes the flames. The threatening presence of the former world champion. He is not, it wasn't possible for an individual to get colder, but TJ walks into the arena and you don't see any bit of fear on his face, K.
I don't at all. And you mentioned it, former world champion. The word delusional has been thrown around a lot tonight. I think that word can be used to describe TJ's actions as of late. Ruin Nation, I don't have to repeat their mission statements. They'll beat it into you, and they beat it into a lot of guys in the back. They think that the top of the top, the cream of the crop here in the AWF has held them down. But that does not extend to TJ, A.G. I mean, TJ was the rising star. Some people say he was on track to become the face of this company. I don't understand the decision to side with this group of misfits who feel as though they've been held down. Well, maybe the question is, were they really good enough to begin with?
Well, that's very interesting note to make. Well, Undisputed is the one who made him the offer and tried to patch up old things from the Stone Cold days, from their SmackDown screw job that started off way back when of Season 2. And this is perhaps their reconciling. But at what, at what worth, K? Because he stabs his cousin in his back. He gets that. He gets that. Okay, cool.
I mean,
and now,
it's not like it was not hard, to be honest.
It wasn't.
And that TJ has done it once before.
And now he and Tina, he, like you said, is leading a group of what some people have called or can call misfits, or in a group of misfits. Undisputed being the leader of these guys. TJ, some sort of second in command. They Undisputed and TJ call themselves the Deadly Alliance. These two do believe as a tag duo, they could do some great things. But this is not a duo scenario. Like I said, the bell is ready, and it sounds, oh my god, on a cycle knee. Speed is the first one cleaning out. I believe that's Undisputed making an example, perhaps, as O'Neal ringside, Sorcerer ringside, Pepi and TJ ringside, and a spear from Sorcerer to Undisputed. TJ and Pepi fighting right in front of us. Shooting star press!
Oh my goodness.
Here, swing, miss, O'Neal with a knee to Speed. TJ and Pepi sat around the announce table going at it with one another. Pepi gets a slap to the face, and TJ shoves him back down. Spine buster! O'Neal just spine busted Sorcerer right onto that ladder. Somehow Sorcerer is back up on his feet. CJ Speed wrestling down O'Neal into a Kimura lock. In a ladder match, you know, whatever works for you. TJ.
Every guy's got their own style.
And Speed, you know, taking pride in his ever so evolving and learning of holds. You know, he fly out, sends Undisputed into the corner. And he is going to prevent... Oh, look at this. TJ, military press to Pepi. Sorcerer stopped on the ladder. He makes TJ pay with a suplex onto it. And oh my God, Cameron O'Neal wrestled down by Undisputed. O'Neal, dead center of the ring. He's not going to tap out. Clothesline! TJ! And here that. Oh, whoa! He was flying. Here comes Sorcerer with a teardrop suplex to Pepi. And TJ is fighting both CJ Speed and Undisputed at the same damn time.
Deadly alliance, not an alliance tonight.
And Pepi sending Sorcerer back into the ring while TJ starts spilling out. And Speed wrestled down onto the mat. Speed. Don't tap out, kid. He doesn't. Speed. Oh, a right hand. Right into a Superman punch. TJ is down. Speed is down. Undisputed kicking the hell out of Sorcerer. He has come quite a ways, K. And this is a ladder match, folks. Not a single, you know, Sorcerer has gone up, but I don't believe anyone else has gotten an opportunity since. Undisputed sent flying away. CJ Speed and TJ dead center of the ring, while TJ, oh! With no regard for his own life.
My God.
And here, a Destino! Pepi to O'Neal! No, to Pepi to Sorcerer. O'Neal's up and tosses Pepi away. Hits his head on the ladder. CJ Speed. TJ went for a butterfly suplex and an arm drag. And a kip up. 1, 2, 3 count stunner. O'Neal. Cameron O'Neal. Up and O'Neal powerbombing Sorcerer. CJ Speed has his opportunity. He sets it up in the ring. It can be... Oh, wait. He has more planned. He's not going up on the ladder. TJ setting up outside.
What is he thinking right now? CJ
Phoenix
Speed.
Splash!
Oh my goodness,
to Undisputed! Steel chair to Pepi! Steel chair to Speed! Sorcerer stalked by O'Neal! Pepi out of the hands of TJ. And yet again, these Ruination guys getting... Oh, no, O'Neal that time stops Sorcerer's plans. While TJ in the ring fights with Pepi. Undisputed. Oh, and here's CJ Speed in the ring. Nice fireman's carry takeover from Pepi. CJ Speed hit TJ with the ladder. He's still standing. High knee, CJ's down. And oh no. It could be a Destino. And a clothesline! TJ saved his cousin. And O'Neal, Undisputed.
But he just hungry for more action.
Alright, well, whatever it was, he definitely cut off Pepi, and he's savoring it himself, beating down on... Oh, and Sorcerer has Undisputed in his sights for a Superman punch. CJ Speed out of the way. TJ, big boot to his cousin. CJ, oh man,
Like
O'Neal.
no man has really gotten a sound opportunity to try and climb up and grab that contract for end of days. But TJ has he's been an absolute slaughterhouse in the middle of that ring. And I don't see any, I was gonna say I don't see any clue of him stopping now, but Sorcerer might have other plans.
And it runs his shoulder into him. Yes, Sorcerer. He's on a roll right now. Drop kick. Right hands all around. Oh, nice exploder suplex from CJ Speed to Pepi. O'Neal set up a ladder. TJ. Teardrop on the right onto the turnbuckle pad. Sorcerer. Sorcerer is in control. Here now, right hand. And with a back suplex right on to the steel. Here, TJ again trying to fly at CJ Speed, doesn't get it. He's gonna send him into the corner. Right down. Oh, Pepi chopped. Big chop. The alarming volume of that one.
He's a mean man in Ruination, let me tell you.
Big boot. Out of the ring goes Pepi.
Spinning to the outside.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Now TJ was fighting off the waves of people.
CJ Speed has other plans. Speed tests up the ladder instead. And TJ wraps up, float over into a powerbomb on Sorcerer. Cameron O'Neal stands tall. Here comes Undisputed, probably to help out. No. Was going for the ladder. Everyone's going for the ladder. O'Neal. Neckbreaker. No, nice. Popping forearm. CJ. Oh. TJ gets him ringside. He's sat on the ladder, and TJ now finally. TJ could be the one going to end of days. He's up on the ladder. And he now starts to undo. Cameron O'Neal on top of Sorcerer! What maddening! Wow!
All that chaos happening at ringside. These men focused on bashing and brutalizing each other. TJ is just that one step closer, but he recognizes now.
Oh, and
like
here,
a pack of wolves, A.J. Ruination just swarming on the big man TJ, and CJ Speed with a right. A giant falling right. Pepi drags Speed off. Cameron O'Neal is about to push the whole damn thing down.
And here comes Undisputed. Here comes Sorcerer. All of Ruination spilling into the ring. TJ just clinched his shot.
That is it. Officially, TJ, Kilgore, Mamba Ant at end of days.
A probable main event match. It's one of two matches that could be the main event. And if it is, well, damn it, wherever it is on the card, it is going to blow the damn roof off with the violence to be expected. Ladies and gentlemen, we have more. We have more AWF later this week. AWF Ignition on Wednesday. But that is it from Agent A and K. We do thank you for watching. What a remarkable night.
Remarkable is definitely the word to use. And for Kilgore and Mamba Ant, they certainly have to be taking a couple sides right now.
Back as a little lad, tears on my pillow had me working the block hard as a Brillo pad, researching the block eye off a nickelback. Searched my room, found my chrome mini mag. Now we own one and won't give my pistol back. Guess he didn't figure I'm with the 18. Mama said I'm 18, so I gotta shake scene. So I move on my daydream like the 18. More money, more money, over. Not funny, no. Gotta have you, this world is so cold. Mr. T with with THC all through my respiratory. Vest mandatory, self-explanatory. The black MacGyver, wolf, pack messiah. The rap inside, spitting rapid fire. That's a strap, no heat in these streets. That's a rap with no rap for us. You can trust, it's a home robbery and we wrap you up. Yep, all my homies kept guns, so I kept one. The hood had